Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning selves, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, just thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my videos or you tell me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, give good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times and just needing, spiritual guidance, confirmation, or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's really, truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing right now is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you are manifesting to the person you have prayed to be. And it's true. It is really true. Because a lot of times we go through different things, and sometimes we imagine it would be a certain way, and it'll go straight left. Yes, I know I turn right, but it's left. Left, and different things that'll take place into your life. And it's like a lot of times the person that we pray to be is being answered in really intense ways. Because a lot of times you will have different situations where you are constantly finding yourself in a trial, tribulation, burden, stressful situation where you just ready to throw your hands up, you ready to take a whole fade, you about to just catch a case for stupid things that's going on in your life. You be ready to go off on God. It'll be really different things that is taking place into your life, and you don't realize that's the person that you are praying for yourself to be. You are manifesting into that person. You are finding your true power through the midst of your storms. Through the burdens of trials and tribulations help you to triumph. Through different things. Your pain gives power. Your fear, makes you fuel for being fierce, and all those different things. And it's like a lot of times that, I second guess myself when I'm going through a lot of really hard things in my life. And then I have to pause myself. You have to understand there's a lot of times you will go through stuff, and that harshness, that coldness within God is placing you in these situations. You have to remind yourself, even though I mean, like, God get on my last nerve, but a lot of times he used the cruelness to be kind. A lot of times you have to see where your determination is in when there's constant roadblocks that's being placed in your way. You got people that constantly want to just do anything in their power to either hurt you, discourage you, and stuff like that. You have to understand, no robbers is going to be sent up here robbing a empty house. You have to understand that they see the value in you, but they do everything in their power for you not to see that. And a lot of times you have to understand, it's like when stuff like that happens, when people are going all the way out their way to bring confusion in your life, just allow yourself to smile and say, you know what, they see something in me that I need to recognize within seeing in myself. You have to understand, your haters is your fans in denial. And I'm not talking about the river in Egypt. Yeah, they do. I'm like, yeah, you on that river again, ain't you? Going through that journey. It's like, what are you talking about, the river in Egypt? Denial. You can go ahead and do that if you want to. It's just me. It's just when I know somebody can inspire me, I'm gonna give credit when credit's due. I'm not that type of person to throw shade on somebody like that. I can do it, but what's the point? Not on stuff like that. And when I see somebody trying to question my worth, I'll throw some shade real quick and just have no problem with it. Like, hey, you messed up. No, that was just truthful. Just sit back and watch. And you just like that. And it's just like when I've seen, there's so many different things that I've learned, especially being on this platform. I had to get real thick skin, because I've seen a lot of different people that'll come at you crazy, or, people that you thought were, friends, or you seen them as family, had no problem with cutting you, stabbing you in the back when they felt some type of way about their life, different things like that. And you are becoming, who you were, you are becoming that person you needed when your whole life was a hot mess. You still may be going through some stuff right now, but it's forming a beast in you, because you already have those beast vibes that's been manifesting. It's just been, firing you, because there's a lot of times you'll be like, I'll quit, I'm done, I don't care what God done told me, I don't care how much y'all keep on reminding me how close I am to my destination, y'all keep telling me that stupid mess about a blessing being around the corner, and I'm just wondering where that corner is, placed at. Is it in, Bermuda, or is it in a different dimension, on another dimension? What is all that? And it's just like, and then next, you get up the next day, you be mad, you be in your feels, but then you get back and start right back up again, and that's okay. He already knew, God already knew you about to start up. Yeah, you're gonna be mad, call him all type of names. I was waiting on that, because I already know what I'm putting you through is really getting on your nerves. But when I get you to where more than what you expected, you're gonna understand why things were coming at you hard like that. Why it just seemed like every time you found joy in your life, there was somebody try to throw a curveball of insecurities your way. You have to understand that if you want that person. I used to get mad because I be hearing my mom, from telling me from heaven, hey, Roz, just pray. Hell no, I ain't praying. Like, no, because I ask God for strength, and he'll do something to make me just really like, look, my stuff kind of shifty right now. I'm healing. I'm not healed. Don't play with it. Don't do that. I'm half hood, half holy. Don't do me like that. I'm not in that vibration. But then I had to learn, it is just I had to remember the things that's been told to me, especially by my enemies. I had to use that method against them when you start teaching me things. I'm like, damn, I learned from the best. Folks that grew up around, be like, oh, especially if you remember different things that that people know that they did to you, and you don't, and you ain't do nothing. Don't sit up here and get all mad when you see them, because that's gonna give them fuel to let them know whatever they did to you, it still hurts you. But when you stay calm, that'll scare any daggone body, is by staying calm, because they never know when you gonna show up just to wreck shop in their life. And it's just like, when you stay calm. And when I sit up here and tell you I remember those things and I played the heart, when I say I get real calm over something that people know, man, look. And I'll tell people they didn't sign the ass kicking clause. They were like, girl, what's an ass kicking clause? If you get caught up in something that you already know that you should have been scout for, and you didn't sign it, you didn't sign that, the terms and conditions, that means your ass is about to get it. You're about to catch that whole fade, just because you put yourself in a position that you already know if you got caught up, it was going to be in your butt, Mr. Postman. It won't be something like that. But now it's just like, when you know something and you just stay quiet and just smile, that'll even make the devil nervous. So you keep on allowing yourself to go. You're going to start seeing a whole new you from every battle you face. And a lot of us, we face a lot of them. Because especially if your journey is going to be very big or very bright, more than, and a lot of times it's hard for us to even imagine the plethora of things that God has in store for us, just because of the hardships you constantly face, just from the times that even though you said you're going to give up and saying the hell with everything, and then you still get back up, rubbing them tears out your eyes, putting a cold, compress on your face to make the swelling of the crying you've been doing for umpteen, hours go away. You still rising for yourself. Nobody else not going to do that but you. You got people in your life that want to see you win, but those people, it's a blessing. And I tell people, you need good, genuine friends when they know you slacking on yourself. I'm like, girl, you could do so much better. A dude, come on. I feel that fire in you. You making boss decisions. And a lot of times, different things going to make you discredit your own self. It's going to make you question your own worth. I've been there. I've been there on times where I wanted to just walk away from everything. It's like God said, you ain't got that option. I be throwing in the towel. He throw it right back. Wipe your face. Wipe your face. I ain't done with you yet. If you understand what's going to take place, you're going to understand why things were like they were. Your destiny is destined for you in ways that you never imagined. And a lot of times through that time, on you praying to be a certain image, a certain, frequency, your prayers are being answered in that hard times that we face on a daily basis. I tell people real quick that of the things that I go through. Sometimes I don't, because I know I got a lot of enemies watching me. They take note on what they can sit up here and try to place on me to make sure things don't happen. People get pissed off and get all hopeful when I made videos for a while, like, ooh, she done gave up. Ooh, she ain't got to do this. And I said, damn, if it's so hard, I was, I'm going to give you a seat since you can't stand to see somebody be blessed. You go have a whole seat over there, and I'm still pray for you, because you need a lot of daggone prayer, and it's stuff like that. And I always tell people, if you can't stand to see me keep going, the quickest thing and the best thing you can do for you is stop hurting your feelings because I'm not giving up, unsubscribe. Or you see a video pop up, just leave me alone, because that's not going to stop me. Whatever you're trying to place on me is not going to stop me. God won't allow me to stop. My soul won't allow me to stop. And those are the things, is just me keeping it real with a lot of things. It's like I keep it real. I keep it very transparent. There'll be days that, I'm just full of hatred and rage just for the world. I say I'm tired of all this. I didn't sign up for that. And you'd be like, you're holding this. Yes, you did. I'm like, shut the hell up. One of those situations. But then it's just like, I see how far I've come. I've seen the things that I've had to face from, the things that I'm connected to, and it's out of my hands. That was a choice of mine. I didn't choose to make. And it's just like when you're praying for that person, you pray to ask God for strength to get through things. And he placed you in different things where, your strength going to come flying in when you feel like there ain't nothing else to hold you up and you trying to fall. Next thing you know, that rock of Gibraltar of strength will come up like, we got you. Come on, you protected. But this is something that you're going to have to go through. This is something that it needed to connect with you in that way. A warrior ain't that person that always have it easy for him. That's not what a warrior stands for. That's not what a Heyokas stands for. There's a lot of times we go through the roughest mess in our lives, and a lot, and it would be sad. Sometimes you even have to watch yourself around some of your tribe members on certain things, and you still got to pray for them because they're going through their own situation that sometimes will get hurt and take certain situations personal. And even if they direct it towards you, it don't have nothing to do with you. They're fighting their own enemies. They fighting their own pain. And a lot of time they'll project that on towards somebody else because they just feel like everything else, like that person don't deserve this. This should have been me type vibe. And that's when you mess your own self up. When you hear that should have been me. It could be you. If you sit up here and rise to it like this person is, everybody got their time to shine. And you got yours too, but you have to be able to go through it. We go through our moments. You go through different days where you got to self-reflect. There's times you have to take pause to your own cause and just really take that reflection. And I do it a lot of times. And I tell people, there's days that I go back and I just allow myself to just marinate and reflect on a lot of things. Self-reflection is not easy to do because you calling yourself on your own bull crap. You allowing yourself to stop, being angry and seeing things, even though when somebody just go out their way, they'll sit up here and always make them sound like they never ain't the issue. You're always the problem. You're doing this, you're doing that. But they can't never see the causes that they place for that situation to be like that. And it's okay, because as long as you know that truth, you ain't got to convince somebody. A lot of times, we want to prove people we're right. Even when you're right, you ain't got to sit up here and trust and believe they know they're wrong. A lot of people be placing your life, they already know they ain't about nothing. They'll just try to convince you that you're not, and you have to still be like, Lord, bless them. I'm going to bless that gift because that's a situation. A lot of times it will bring some real broken folks in your life and say, this could be you if you keep doing this and this and this and that. Now, I'm not going to give you the people that you want. I'm going to give you the people that you need. These people are coming into your life. That's why I love and appreciate, even at times when I just ready to just put a fist down somebody's throat, just because I like the toxic relationships that I've had because it disturbs my frequency. Like this is not, I don't connect with that in that same vibe anymore. I see where the lack of love I have for myself, the lack of self-respect, the lack, just lacking a lot, of that self-worth that I have. And I'm like, I be damned. I might know, I know my worth. And a lot of times people get mad about you about that because they can't vibe with that vibe anymore. And I have to remind myself, some people get pissed off because they only had access to that unhealed you. You only supposed to get them, they're only supposed to get you to that certain extent. And then when you can see what's going on and be like kind of trying to come and butter you up, oh, you're so beautiful, I appreciate it, but I don't need no ego, baby. I'm good, thank you. I'm beautiful inside and out. I have my little messed up days where I'm thrown off to the side, looking like, what the hell?
It'd be one of those moments. But I appreciate that. I don't get arrogant or conceited about that, but I see what you're doing. I don't need you to convince me of something like that so you can get what you want just because that's how you roll. I used to be able to, cater to stuff like that. And it's just like now when I know I deserve better in my life and knowing I don't need to keep on attracting those things, I work on myself so that can stop attracting me towards different things like that disturb my spirit. Cause I'm like, I look at people and it's just like, I'm grateful for those because you made me know. A lot of time people come into your life, you have those toxic relationships and you got these toxic connections, whether it's with family, co-workers, friends, whatever, ace boon coons, benefits, side chick, side dude, half in the middle, half not, all those different things show you, what you need to fixing yourself. And it's just like a lot of times I say, a lot of times you don't realize, especially when you have those relationships and whatever you choose to choose, those people come into your life not to be that person that you meant to be with, but prepare you for the one you destined to be with. A lot of time people come in your life to show you that is not what I want. They always tell you, it is out of sight, out of mind. But when you can see that person every single day, and it's not like you looking at them like they straight gutter, but it's just like showing you this is not what I'm attracted to. This is not what I see. I don't know because it's just the fact is y'all had that vibration that was very toxic towards each other and not just you placed it on yourselves as well as other people. And it's just like when I say, I tell people, y'all appreciate my toxic relationship because it showed me everything I didn't want in my life, everything that I knew that I deserved better, knowing my worth, because I didn't know my worth back then. I was willing to allow myself to sacrifice my happiness for something wasn't even reciprocated. You can't make somebody love you that doesn't love themselves. You can't make somebody care for you. They can't pay. They don't place that in themselves. Because when you do, they don't just go to anything that gives them attention. They go to things that they know they mirror. And a lot of times that's a scary situation. They mirror different things. And, those are the situations I can truly be grateful for. And it's just like not downing somebody and don't want to talk about anybody like that. That's not my purpose. Because if it was, I'd be like, ain't about it, but it's not that. But just being able to say a lot of things that come into my life was, even though it was a heartbreak, tragedy, whatever, it was a blessing in some kind of disguise to me that I really appreciate because it showed me what do I deserve, allowed me to put more love into myself and stop putting it in other people when they weren't putting love to themselves to project that towards somebody else. And that's a lot of times that we have to go through. I've gone through different toxic vibration I experienced throughout my life, through my date, the people I dated, to the people that I called friends, till, people that I had in my family that was like that. And so for me to actually, start growing up and just telling myself, this is not something that you're attracted to anymore. These are not things that you want to cater to anymore. You deserve a lot more better. Until you do, you hold yourself off until you get more better. This is that time to work on you. I tell people, some of my friends like, girl, that you did that on purpose. Are you a Marv now? Because I tell people I don't smoke weed. I don't drink, don't go out to the clubs. I don't even submit in relations like that. I say I hold myself off until I find somebody is my perfect ideal person that God has for me. I wait there, I'm like, girl, you didn't want? No, heck no, I'm good. I say, you ain't got to be out there. I say, it's bad because there's stuff out there worse than the things that you can catch. You got to go to the clinic to cure the stuff that they don't have cures for and the certain things that they do. That energy is about as worse as that situation or even worse. It can go a lot far worse, but those are the choices that I chose to make throughout myself. There'll be friends that I know back in the day like, girl, what happened to you? Because I was like, shoot, I didn't care. I just didn't care. I didn't have that kind of love for myself. I didn't have respect for myself. And I have no problem with people knowing that. I used to be a very hot behind, hot ass, that I used to go through, relations to get some kind of connection to make me feel loved in some kind of way. And it's not understanding that's not love. That's just a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Now it's just like, I know how to fulfill myself like that through love that I had to give myself, knowing, because a lot of times when we are lonely, we end up getting in desperation to just jump into anything that skins and grins in our face, and that's not good. And you wonder why you're having that same issue with other things that, if you got out of a toxic relationship that had to do all about, creating side babies and, drama and, getting windows busted out of car, tires flattened and all that junk, or, just crazy infidelities that didn't matter. And you're wondering why when you jumped into a next relationship, it had something to do with that, because you didn't allow yourself to go through that grieving process of what situations that you need to not allow yourself to cater to, what you need to allow you put your foot down and not say, you know what, this is not something that's healthy for me. It ain't healthy for you. And, I got to get myself out of this situation before I get real bad. And those are the situations that I tell people, yes, I get lonely at times. Yes, it can be very sad where you're seeing different people all coupled up and booed up and you sitting here by yourself holding your pillow. But I say I'm okay for that, because I know God got something destined out there for me. There's somebody for everybody. I think, people used to try to holler at me. I'm like, look, I said, there's somebody for everybody out there, even the nobodies. It's just not me. I'm just helping you along the way, but it's not nothing like that. And it was just like, you acting mean. I said, no, I'm just very determined. I know what I want. And it's just like, I'm just helping you along the way, to show you what you need to get, what you need to pay attention to, what you need to do, because I'm doing that on myself. And I don't need somebody to, to fill that ego up of where, you need to let that ego die, and you have to be able to do that. So I allowed myself to go to that grieving process. Because I see how dangerous it can get out here when you feel like you got to be, in some kind of bodily friction. And I mean, that no, so it's not good. But, I appreciated all those things because I already know what I want, what I do want, what I'm not going to accept, what I'm not going to accept, what I'm willing to sacrifice, what I'm not going to sacrifice, what I can bring to the table, and what I don't have no problem with eating alone. And those are the things that got me into that point where I'm very strict on my own self. And I mean, because I used to hear people that I know like, girl, I ain't had none since none had me about 2-3 years. I said, on purpose? I said, no, I don't think I can do that. And I had to sit myself down out there because, I mean, it could have got bad, and I just had to allow myself to have several seats, because it's like a lot of things I was able to see different. I see how people, they go for external validation by sleeping with other people and having multiple partners. I see it too much, and that scares me. So I'm just like, I'm gonna let them do what they do and just try to pray to make sure I don't catch nothing. Ain't even trying to have you breathe in my direction. I tell people, stop staring at me like that, because I might have to go to the clinic. I don't even want that type of daggone vibe on me. But it's just like so many different things that when I allow myself to really just get out my feelings when things are just not going my way, even though they are going my way, but not as I'm seeing them. But in God's vision, they are going the way it's planned, because this is how you learn. This is how you appreciate. This is what you show gratitude to from those hard moments that created strength within you, that made you very solid when there were some times you was kind of weak and mushy. It's just like you could be that ripe apple, and then it can be that time where there's times you have to understand, there's soft parts, because that that apple done got hit on so many different ways, and it had that soft spot until that person, until you were that ripe apple that was, perfectly, red or whatever color apples you like, and they had no dents in them. And, those are the times that you probably had some in there when you were just all over the place, and it's just when you pray for that person, you want to be that person that holds strength to know, when you're taken advantage of, or things, or I need to be practicing patience on it, wait for you to give me that initial heave-o for me to move forward, allowing myself to practice patience, to carry that solid strength. And when you ask God for stuff like that, he started giving it to you, but just not in the ways that you expected it. But then when it gets to that point, you're at that crossroads, at that point when you can look at the old you are the person you needed at that time when you were a whole hot mess. So you're going to appreciate how those trials and tribulations, those pitfalls, those downfalls, the lines of, desperation has taken place into your life, until where you felt like all hope was lost. And when you get to that point where you're still going, no matter how it's looking for you, that's when all of a sudden your blessings are going to come, and then you're going to appreciate everything that you have gone through, everything that, hurt you, broke you, just made you question everything, because you're going to see so much insight from those experiences that you've been placed in. You're in a storm and you become your own storm. It's all about what you have learned about yourself in the midst of the storm. And I have to remind myself like that a lot when I go through different things, because I sit here, I self reflect on a lot of different things. I go through my moments where I'm just ready to pull my hair out, cry. I have people around me that mock that. They think, that's funny. But then it's just like, when I know that's very hurtful, you have to remind yourself, people that mock you on those things are the main ones that are avoiding the hell out of their pain, that they're scared to, come encounters with, because that takes a line of something that they're not allowing themselves to, to venture off to. You have to understand, when you go through a lot of things, you see people around you that are very toxic and think it's funny when you suffer, you have to understand what we're going through is not for the weak at heart. And it's not, and I'm not trying to say that they're weaklings or whatever like that, but it takes some kind of bravery for you to be honest, hold yourself accountable, see where you done cause yourself in the line of suffering, being able to see your rights, but also being able to see your wrongs. And that a lot of that takes reflection, that some folks are just, that's going to hurt too much. I can't, I won't, or there's nothing wrong with me. Everything is you, it's not me, and then you got to be able to say, what I go through. And I'll tell people, I don't care if you laugh at me. It's okay. It's okay, because I'm the one who's sitting up here facing my stuff. And when you do that, you find the strength within yourself. So it's okay. Let people mock you. Let people mock you. The main ones that's mocking you is not even touched. Now, I don't mean touched, but touched that pain that they keep on projecting towards other people. And then by that time, it's time for you to do that. It's going to be worse off than what you went through. So you have to keep on allowing yourself to go, but pray for your enemies. Do that, because they need it. And I have to tell people, and I have to remind myself, you got to pray for your enemies, because they need it worse off than you do, because you facing a lot of things that they run from. They just want to be able to create an extra painful situation. Don't know that's leading you towards extra blessings into your life. So you're going to appreciate that. I said, somewhere down the line, I'm going to appreciate how my enemies did me, because they taught me so much about myself that they didn't want me to find out about myself, and just allowing me, even though they second guessed me, no, God didn't second guess you. He had that all planned out for you, that was going to, have a beautiful outcome for you. So, know that whatever you're going through right now, like I said, I got to remind myself that a lot. You're becoming a person that you never knew you can be. When you pray to God and, you put this on your vision board, you're manifesting goals that you want to become something that you have never encounter. You're going to start doing things you ain't never encountered either. Going to be getting into some uncomfortable situations that you never seen yourself going through. But then there's going to be a point when all that smoke and dust clears and you out the smoke and mirrors, you're going to see the truth was the eye, the beauty of beholder. That these are the things that you needed to go through, because it brought you in ways that you never saw yourself moving forward. So appreciate that. I got to remind myself the same thing. Appreciate that, girl. You getting it. You getting it. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content in the video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Ladge Green, Wildflower, God's Child, Brent O, Roslynn Martin, and Lauren Brandon. Much love to you. If you're new to the channel, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I will be having my chat live and vibe at 6:30 today. It's almost 2:00 here. So it'll be a little bit later. I'm catch up because I haven't talked to y'all in a while, a few days. So I'd love to be able to catch up with y'all and see what was going on with you. And I always leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking. A lot of people get in touch with me because they're telling me about different things that they're going through, and ask me my insight on it, or just things that they want to share with me. And, I try my best to be able to express whatever kind of meaning I get from the things that you tell me, or whatever guidance that universe, God, creator, source, wants me to help and connect with you in that way, to give you a deeper meaning of your purpose as well as your mission. And whatever we speak on is confidential, so it stays there. What else? I hope you have a good holiday if you're still on holiday. I know people probably got a 4-day, so I hope you're being very responsible and safe. If you're with your family, please, make sure y'all have a good connection. You never want to break up over anything that's very petty that you can probably get over, or just talk it through. There's a lot of people that are still wishing that, but their family's no longer here. So you make sure you be able to do stuff like that. What else did I need to say? Oh yeah, whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever experienced, and it's far more than you expected to receive, and it comes sooner than you ever thought as well. So even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, words, vibes, frequencies to others. You never know, all those things really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on Monday too. Much love, peace.